Howdy everybody, Cub here. Welcome back to Hermitcraft. Today we're at the museum, and I got some new artifacts, guys, to put in the museum. We got Goldeneye and the Gem of Greatness. Check these out. These are two brand new decked out artifacts we got from some recent runs here. You can see those runs on the second channel, Cub 2, which, by the way, I got a second channel. Did you know? Go and follow if you want to see some more decked out runs. Yeah, that's where those runs are. But if we head on down here to the Black Mines level here in our decked out tower, you can see we got a spot for this. Goldeneye right there, 34 embers, and the Gem of Greatness, which was 40 embers. Two new artifacts we pulled out. Also want to say a big thank you to you viewers for suggesting we put the item frames visible here, because a lot of the items were not showing up well last time I showed this area, so thank you for the suggestion there. I think it helps out quite a bit and makes everything look a bit nicer here. You might also say, what happened to the Skadoodler? Don't you worry, we still got that down here. This Skadoodler, of course, you guys saw that run, was pulled out here, and it was the first Skadoodler pulled out of the dungeon. So very, very cool. This is actually like a level 4 artifact, significantly higher in embers, 52, than most of the other level 3s, but we did get it on level 3. So, what are we doing today, guys? Well, today is the end of Phase 5, which means we got to go to Decked Out, because we are submitting tomes today, and we have quite a number of tomes to submit. Alright guys, so in this phase, in total we got 23 victory tomes, and I think we're going to submit all of them in this phase. We still have an extra shard we haven't used yet, which we just bought literally moments ago, and we still have another 30 crowns, 3 of which we have to use to buy Scar a mystery box, because he delivered something into the dungeon for us, which was pretty cool. So there's our 23 victory tomes going right in there. Very, very beautiful. You can see our deck up here. We're getting close. I think we have like 37 cards or so, plus one rare card, Eerie Silence, which we bought recently during a run. So that's a pretty cool card. Blocks 8 Clank, blocks 2 Hazard, and skips the next card draw. So very cool. We now have 2 Nimble Lootings instead of just 1. We still got Suit Up, although I anticipate this being nerfed in this phase. All of our tomes have been submitted. Very good. So I think what we do is we head over here and we see how the phase ended and who the winners were this phase.
Coming in 8th place. A lot less people submitted shards this week.
Oh, no 10th.
It's unfortunate.
No 10th place?
No 10th,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
What?
You stilts? That's a nice effect. I like that.
Well, I felt like I was a little bit too back in the alcove, but I like the elevation. So
I like it. Yeah, it's good. All right, coming in 8th place. Jevin.
Jevin.
Oh,
Gets 1 point.
Congrats.
Bravo,
Jeff.
Jev.
Coming in 7th place, Mr. Hills with
Oof.
1 point as well.
There we go.
Yay,
Doink.
Joe.
Still getting points. That's good, Jev.
What's I know?
More than that, though.
Points are coming in a tie for 5th place. We've got Hypno.
Ooh,
Hypno.
who did I tie with?
You tied with Corrales,
Okay,
Nice.
and you each get 2 points.
nice,
1,
nice.
2, and Papa K Snowman 1, 2. You both had where is it? People are asking the tome submitted.
It should be 6.
6. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was.
It's a big jump from...
Yeah, 6. And then tied for 3rd place with, I believe, yeah, right there, 9 submitted is a tie between Etho.
Ooh.
No.
Washed
I
up.
know, washed up.
No.
Only 9?
So
Man.
he gets 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Tied with Etho.
No.
Miss Tay.
Gem, let's go.
Also with
Tied
9.
with Etho.
You get 3 points as well. 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's pretty good. You're tied with Etho, right? You can't complain.
He's washed. All right.
He's washed.
I'm shocked he only submitted 9. Wow.
Yeah. Scar Coming in second place
Oh, let's
Wow.
go.
with 12 tomes submitted.
You know what he did?
Where is he?
He saved his tomes from last week and
And
rolled
he
them over.
Stockpiled
Oh.
them. Very good.
That's what he did. you're
Well,
right.
that just got him 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well done,
No,
Scar.
did he
Boom.
pass me? Oh no.
I mean, for all of Scar's complaining and sadness, look, he's
Yeah.
doing good. He's doing pretty good. That's all I gotta say.
Pretty good.
And then first place this week, we need to have a little chat, okay? We need to have a little chat because someone's a bit of an overachiever.
Oh.
A little bit of an overachiever.
There were some good runs, I'm not going to lie.
There were some good runs, yeah. Coming in first place all alone with 43 tomes submitted.
What?
Not
40.
wait.
3.
Not 43.
43.
No, it was 23.
What?
It was 23.
Do I need to go check my footage?
It
I
was,
recorded it.
I recorded me putting the tomes in. It's 23.
Did
I'm
somebody
going
give
sec-
you 20 extra tomes?
Unless
Is
someone
this,
gave me
like,
20 tomes, yeah.
I was going to
Somebody's
say
really trying to
20,
tank
43
yourself?
seems like a lot.
Somebody gave me 20 tomes.
Well, you said Green was doing runs. Maybe he's trying to mess with Etho.
I did put in 23.
Ooh.
That's how many I put in. I know that for sure.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm 100%
Okay.
sure, and I
I'm
recorded it.
scrubbing.
It's going to be in this video. We're all in the video now.
I'm opening it up. Here we go.
Did
Hold on.
last week's 20 just stay in there? Because you did.
Oh,
submit
maybe.
20
Yeah, I did
last
submit
week.
20 last week. That's true.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Then go to
Then that
reset
must.
it.
I probably didn't pull them out last
Okay,
week.
okay,
Because my
okay.
video shows 43. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
bad mistake. Oh, bad Dungeon Master. Bad. I mean, it doesn't change anything, which is good. But
Yeah.
so 23.
23.
A more reasonable. I mean, still a ludicrous number, but a little bit more. I know 23 is still a
43
ton.
would have
That's so
been
a lot.
insane.
43. I'm sitting here going, wait, how many did he just get the 5-pack every run? What did he do?
Yeah, that's 8 runs of
Yeah.
5 packs.
Yeah.
So,
Plus
anyways,
more.
23.
amazing job. All right, I need
Cheers.
to clean out the boxes a little bit better. All right, so you get 6 points. This is you right here, right? Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There we
Cub passed me
go.
too?
Let's go.
Well, the important
Cub
thing is, can we
had-
still make this jump? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. There
That
you
is
go.
the
Yeah.
most important thing
It's
here.
the AFK, yeah, waiting for your
Yep.
for your turn parkour game. Yes,
Yep. Perfect.
that is
Any
it.
changes for
Oh, the
phase 6?
changes.
The
Yeah.
changes, yeah, I posted them in chat. I mean, so you guys have probably seen them, but I'll go over them for chat. Let me see here.
Hypno is a changelog, Hypno.
We got a
I
whole
know, there's
crew.
an actual changelog. I
We
know.
got a whole crew that's
Where is it?
unhappy about these changes to suit up.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy
Yeah,
about them.
I
too,
heard
but
suit
I'm
up is
happy.
actually going to be switched to leather armor and Turtle Master Potion.
It might
full
be.
Time.
It might be. If your name begins with an H and ends in a D, then you get you get leather armor only. Dyed pink. Yeah.
The type
Dyed
pink. Love it.
There's been one nerf that was necessary. Everyone knows it, even the people that have it. And there's been a lot of other things that were buffed this period. First of all rare cards, their prices have been dropped. You'll notice next time you're in the shop, if you haven't been there already. Generally, every rare card has had its cost lowered about 4 to 6 embers. So nothing massive,
Interesting.
but everything's been brought down. I'll be honest. I want more rares to start coming into the game at this phase. So I'm hoping this will help do that. I've also this was mid phase. I also increased there's like a global. Every time you get a +1 frost ember, there's a chance that it actually happens behind the scenes, and I've increased that chance. So what that turns out to be is it went from basically like a 33 to a 40% chance. So a little boost to all frost ember drops. So there'll be a little bit more frost embers dropping throughout the
Okay.
dungeon everywhere.
A little more frost.
Nice.
Tactical approach. This card down here that was neglected has been buffed a little bit. Oh, it's not hidden. Anyways, it was +4 clank block, +4 treasure, I think. It is now +5/+5.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
okay.
a little bit more appealing.
Still
more
2
appealing.
crowns?
So for 2 crowns, yeah,
Okay.
for 2 crowns, you get a pretty powerful start. You're blocking 5 clank and you get immediate 5 treasure, which those 2 things can be powerful. If you want to get a quick key, having that treasure drop right out of the gate is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes on the Prize, which I don't think anyone has and hasn't really seen much. It's a card that gives you an extra, when it's played, it gives you an extra purchase option in the Ember Shop. Previously, it also came with some negative effects, like +2 Clank and +3 Hazard. That was pretty heavy. Those are gone. The card now just straight up gives you another choice in the Ember Shop with no penalty. The penalty is you're paying with that card slot, basically.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good.
So does that make sense?
That sounds pretty
So
reasonable.
the card does nothing during the gameplay, but you will have an extra option for another card will appear in the Frost Ember Shop. So it's good if you're looking for a certain card.
That's awesome because I had a chance to buy it earlier and chose not to because of that clank.
The negatives turned you off a little bit, yeah. And that's it. That's it.
Sweet.
But I'm diligently working on the redstone for level 4. And I'm hoping to finish it this week.
There's
All right.
3 eggs left.
So
and they're all on the last level.
yeah, there's 3 eggs left. So it's a little bit of hint time. I mean, you guys know all about the Greg. I assume everyone. I don't have to give any hints about the Greg, right? We know the Greg. I'm not going to say anything about the Greg. Okay.
Yeah.
The green egg, everyone knows. But the 2 other eggs, Scar and Cleo, both on level 3, both on floor 1 of level 3.
Ooh.
I will say that.
Is
That's-
floor
that's
one
the only
the
clue I'm giving.
lowest floor, or does it count like from top to bottom?
Top.
As you
It's on the top floor of level 3. Yeah.
Okay, I would not have interpreted that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah, and I can see why elevators and lifts, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I can see how that would be better. No, sorry. Yeah, I should say that. Top floor. Yeah. So that cuts your searching down drastically. I'll make sure, especially I'll make sure Pearl knows. Please pass that information on. And
Yeah, ready to store that information before you share it with Pearl.
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
Definitely
Yes,
on mid-level
exactly.
3. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Bottom level.
Oh,
bottom level.
I forgot. So, I mean, I'm not even trolling right now. I forgot about the suit up. Yeah, wow, now it looks like I'm trolling you guys, but I'm not. Suit up was nerfed, obviously. Suit up, the only change
Pour one
is
out.
the
Pour one out
resistance
for suit
beacon
up.
was removed permanently.
Permanently. Oh, it's never coming
Permanently,
back. Okay.
yes. No.
All right.
Not even
so
at
it's
max
still-
clink, just permanent.
It's just gone. It's just gone. Yeah.
Okay.
You still get diamond chest and diamond legs, and you generate 25% more clank.
Okay.
And the card should be updated. So if you open your things,
Oh, really?
if you have your deck cards, it should be updated correctly.
Yes, it's updated. Yep. No resistance
Okay.
now. Sweet.
Where is he? There he is.
Woo! Trophy.
Champion.
Let's go.
Let's go. Look at him now.
Boom.
I wasn't actually trying to take
It
it.
looked like you were trying to steal it.
I wasn't trying to, but no.
There we go. Oh man, it's
All right. Is anybody running? I mean, no pressure. Just curious.
I mean, it's a phase 1 we're supposed to go. But...
I mean,
You don't have to.
It is kind of a tradition at this point, isn't that?
That the winner goes first. Yes.
I feel like it is. I feel like we got to continue it.
I like that.
So
I
I'm
like
gonna
that.
go. I'm gonna do one.
All
yeah,
right.
come.
We're ready to go. I'm wearing the trophy in. That's how confident I'm gonna come out. No, I'm
I
kidding.
love it. I love it.
I'm keeping this. All right, here we go.
Alrighty. Good
Going
luck. I got a
straight
big
in.
open if you want to join it, Cub.
All right, we'll do it. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Check.
Yep.
Hey. Phase number 6, run number 1. Here we go. Gotta make sure to sleep. Keep Willie at bay. I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed that Suit Up no longer has resistance, but it's probably was the right move. I gotta say. Made things a little bit too easy. Oh, the bush has been made smaller for some reason.
The what?
The berry bush.
Oh,
It's gone.
made smaller?
Somebody must have broken it.
Oh.
Hang on, let's see if I got bone meal here. Bring it back. Oh, I got bone meal on me. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, there we go. It's fixed. I fixed it, Tango. Extra shard for me.
Excellent. Thank you. 20 shards for the winner.
Yay! Woo! All right, let me put this away. Grab this back. Hang on, technical difficulties here at the start of the phase. It's all right. Actually, no, that was here. Really, actually, technical difficulties now. There we go. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, now we jump in. Okay, there we go. Now, wait for it to... Hunger Hunch to go away. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. And got our frozen assets ready to go. We're going deadly, of course. Okay, I do not have pork chop power, which I've been buying throughout Phase 5. Pork chop power has become invaluable here in the dungeon.
I'd love to hear that.
Definitely worth the 2 crowns. Since the berries have been reduced, so... I'm going to try it without this time, but here we go. Alright everybody, so this is Cub coming to you from the future with the meta-analysis live of the run. This is me going to be live reacting and telling you what I'm thinking in the moment, rewatching this run from the past. So here we get our compass, we get a mid-level 3 artifact, which means we got to go to the middle floor on the lowest level down, which is not too bad, but mid-level 3 is probably the sort of area of compasses I've had the least experience with, so a little bit concerning, but still not too bad. It's nothing we really haven't seen before. Here, stability comes out as our first card, which is honestly my favorite card to come out, because that means that our hazard will not start until at least a minute into the run, because cards are drawn about every 30 seconds in the dungeon, and it takes at least 2 to basically, yeah, trigger a hazard if you get stability out first. So that's positive. But, as you can see here, I don't see any Ravagers, which is always concerning, because that means you know that Ravagers are going to be more concentrated within the dungeon itself. Here I see one, and I decide to go toward the River of Souls area, because there's a Ravager blocking my way through the ice caverns. I heard a ding, and I'm looking for that ding. Luckily, we find that ding over here. Very important to follow the dings and the boops, as I call them, for the Frost Embers and the treasure respectively. Here we're looking into the room here. We see a Ravager on the top, which means it's going to be tough to get up, and we see a Ravager on the bottom. So it might be a little bit tricky to get into the area we need to get to with the key up top at the throne room. We grab a berry over here. I'm looking around for potential treasure on the left side, because I know there's a treasure spot up there. Here we hear another ding, and it sounds like it came from over the other way, but I decided to go the opposite way of where I heard it and go back to pick up another berry. Now, while we're picking up a berry, we see a Ravager here, but the berry is important because we don't have pork chops, so had to get that and then get out before the Ravager came for me. Again, I know there's a treasure spot up there on the right, so I checked that real quick. Now we're going to go see if we can get the treasure over here, but what do you know? A Ravager sitting there. So this is sort of how we expected it to go, because we didn't see Ravagers in that circle room at the very, very start. Now, I know there's a Ravager on the left here. I look up onto the balcony. I don't see the Ravager up there, so I assume he's moved. So I decide to just send it here, straight through here. Unfortunately, the Ravager did not move as far as I thought, and now the Ravager is sitting, waiting right outside of this room. Now, we've been in this situation before. If you guys remember a previous run, we had this exact situation where a Ravager was outside of the room and we died. And I said afterwards that the play was to turn to the left and wait for this guy to leave. So that is exactly what we're doing now. This is something we have learned. The area inside this room is smaller than the area outside of this room, so the Ravager should, on average, go away, and it looks like that's what has happened here. So I decided to do the smart thing, send it to the left. This guy's a little bit closer on the right than I thought he was, so we're just going to keep going and speed on out of there. So that's exactly what happened there. This guy actually followed us all the way around the corner there, which was a bit unlucky, but now I realize we have a bit of a predicament here, and we need to start to pull Ravagers out, because again, there's no Ravagers in the circle room over here, so we're pulling this Ravager, which was previously blocking our path, all the way back to the circle room, in the hopes of making the ice path our new primary path to get to the second floor. So that guy's now out of our way, so this ice path should be relatively clear, we believe. Pick up some treasure here, and also a key. So we are good to go now, assuming that this door, the hazard door at the very end of this ice tunnel, is open. Again, just looking around for treasure. Treasure Hunter hits again here. We're a bit unlucky that it hasn't dropped treasure in this area, but it looks like at this point the door is open there, straight ahead. There's also a berry we can pick up if we so choose, which we do choose to do. And things are now looking good now that we've moved the Ravager out and this door is still open. So, good job there by us. we are now ready to go down if we so desire, and we do desire to go down. Pick up some treasure here at the kneeling guy. And we're going to look over here again for a little bit more treasure. We find an ember, so fantastic there. Check that loot spot, and now we're on to floor 2. So a lot going on that may not necessarily be apparent, but I figured I would, you know, get you guys up to speed on exactly what I'm thinking live as this happens. So here we go, just walking down the staircase to level 2. Again, no eggs on level 2, so we're not stopping on level 2. We're going down to level 3. Maybe we can find an egg, is what I'm thinking. Because that little tidbit of information that Tango gave us earlier is very important. We also took a note here that this mushroom hazard is down, meaning we can come back this way potentially once we hopefully get back from level 3. You see we saw a Ravager there. We went right around him. Another Ravager here. We make a pretty nice jump here and get the berry and get out, which was pretty nice. Unfortunately, we've had hazard activate here, so we have to take the parkour path via drip leaf. Now we briefly stop and look for Willy. I don't see him, so I'm sending it in here. Now, Suit Up did get nerfed in this phase. We no longer have resistance, so Willy is a little bit more of a threat once again. But we still have diamond armor, which will allow us to take an additional hit from Willy. So that's a positive thing. So now what we're doing is we're going around level 2 checking for treasure. We see a little bit here in the form of a coin, but we're really looking for that Black Mines key. We do have a lot of treasure queued up though, so prospects are looking good for us to get a key here. Again, want to get those berries so that we have the opportunity to heal if necessary, and also so that we don't run out of food. You know, you never want to starve in the dungeon. You always want to be able to sprint, so that's critical. So I've checked this spot now. Now we're going to head over to the dripstone area and the back treasure areas near the level 3 mine entrance. That's the plan now. Again, still no Willy. We do activate a Shrieker there, which was probably unnecessary. We probably could have shifted there. Again, we do have the extra 25% chance for Plank because we're wearing the diamond armor from Suit Up, from the Suit Up card still. And so, yeah, we do pick up a crown here, which is nice. And now we're into the dripstone area. So, shift through here. There is a Shrieker that can be activated in this section. So we're looking here. That's a treasure spot back there. I hear a click. I turn around, and what do you know? There is our Black Mines key, baby. Beautiful. So that's great. Unfortunately, Nimble Looting plays right here, right before we decide to go down to level 3 with Clank Block. But at least we got a little bit of treasure out of it, so kind of an unfortunate card draw there. But we are now headed to level 3, so hopefully, I believe if we activate Clank on level 3, we'll get treasure on level 3. So we now put in our key and head down. Unfortunately, the instant I do that, we do get a coin back there on level 2. So sad we missed that coin, but here we go down into level 3. Again, it's a mid-level 3 artifact we have. And so, yeah, now we're thinking, you know, where is it? It looks like it might be in the cave, but it's sort of off at an angle here. So I'm initially unsure exactly where it is. Unfortunately, we also have blindness, which means the wardens are very, very close. So I'm a little bit concerned now that this might be a quick trip to level 3 via warden quick detection and death. But now we don't have blindness anymore, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Obviously, we want to avoid the pressure plates here on level 3, and I decided to go on the right side here, taking what I call the middle path down. This is sort of like your primary route into and out of the mid level of level 3. So that's what we're taking right now. And the compass begins to point behind me here. So already I'm thinking now that it's probably in the cave, although it might also be in this room. I think there is a drop-off spot somewhere where I'm standing, like right here or so. But that is not the case here, so I know it's in the back cave. Just going through and checking to see if it is in this far corner, and it's not quite, but I'm close. You can see how much the compass needle is pointing, so we know it's over in the cave there. So that is where we are headed next. So I then make a plan to go to the middle part, and we're going to go to the Great Hall. That's what I call it, the Great Hall here. And then we're going to turn left. And then we're going to go down the steps into the cave, and then it's got to be on the left-hand side. So that's what we're doing now, just avoiding pressure plates as well. Got to be super, super careful. I can hear the wardens on my right, so we know that they're in that direction. You can see the Greg egg right there. We may try and attempt to get that in a moment, but for now, we just want to make it down safely. We're making sure to shift jump here down these steps, as the wardens are pretty close, and you can see the blindness there. I have to stop here a few times because of the blindness effect, and we don't want to hit these pressure plates here, because that will alert the wardens to our presence. And then the blindness goes away, which means that the wardens are actually a fair distance away. You see, I look back and I'm like, dang, no wardens? Okay. So, since this compass is a middle compass, I realize now that the compass is pointing upwards.
First time hearing that card in a while.
And Tango comes in, smash and grab. Of course, first time he's heard that in a while. That does give a ton of treasure.
Look at that treasure.
That is a lot of treasure. You love to see it. You love to see it. So now we're trying to make our way up to the ladder up there, is where the compass is apparently pointing. So we're going to go back into blindness temporarily. We hear a couple dings over at the treasure spot. We know where that's at. We saw that in some of the last runs. I think I do step on a pressure plate right there, which had me a little bit concerned. Anytime you step on a pressure plate here, it's a bit concerning. And so now we're back, and I can see once again, which is nice. So, yeah, it's definitely pointing toward this, and I have not had this compass location yet, so this was actually a really surprising one. I thought I'd been to all of them, so I checked this bottom part first to see if that is where the compass is pointing, and it is not. And so then I know it has to be above me via the ladder. Thank goodness the wardens were not here, because climbing these ladders, they are a bit noisy. They do produce some vibrations, but luckily the wardens were not too near, so I toss it in, and immediately we got the old friend's pickaxe, aka TFC's artifact. You can see our clank vanish here after we pick up the artifact, and you saw the vibration. There, I checked the ladder here. This is a way up sometimes, but not this time, sadly. That would have been a really nice way to get up. Then I venture back here because we have to get down, and I think to myself, the Greg egg is up there. If we have bounding strides that hits and it hasn't played yet, we could potentially get right up there. You can see on the left-hand side, that's the first jump. So I contemplate here, waiting for bounding strides, and then going for the egg. In retrospect, might have been a good idea, but I didn't want to wait here. It could have been, you know, the last card played, or I have Eerie Silence, so it could have also been skipped at some point. But Eerie Silence has not yet played either, so I'm thinking maybe we wait for bounding strides. I kind of like dilly-dally around here a bit, but eventually I decide we should probably just go down and look for treasure elsewhere, and if bounding strides hits, we can come back, depending on, you know, where the wardens are and how we're feeling about our position in the dungeon, because we do not want to get locked out, right? This is our first run of Phase 6, so yeah, the primary goal, especially in the first run, you want to get a win in. You want to leave the dungeon feeling good and positive about the phase. So that's my primary goal here. So now we're just basically going through and looking for loot in various spots. There's a couple different rooms in level 3 here. This is the redstone room. This one I don't actually believe has treasure, so I'm not exactly sure why I'm looking in this room. But yeah, we're basically trying to learn where all the treasure spots are in level 3 still, so that we can, in the future, come back to those same treasure spots. So here, I know that there's a few treasure spots in the back here. So for instance, on this left side here, there is the diamond room, which has treasure on the right side of it. We'll see that in a second. I'm also looking for more information on where the wardens are. So as we're just walking through here, I'm being very careful to sprint jump over the pressure plates, but then shift before I hit the ground, which is a good technique to utilize down here on the 3rd floor. So here we are in the diamond room. Remember what I said, treasure on the right, and what do you know? Treasure on the right. So we already know this treasure spot. That's fantastic. And then we have a staircase up here. It turns out it's hazard blocked. This is why level 3 is so deadly, because these hazard blocks, if the warden spots you, you try and run up them while blind, and you're hazard blocked, it can be a rough time. We know that from experience. So now, again, just back here looking for some treasure. This looks like a phase, not a phase 4, but the bubblecom on the left there, I believe, is the way up from the Burning Dark, the 4th floor. So that's going to be interesting once that is opened, hopefully soon. There's only 3 eggs left, and they're all on the 1st floor. So I figure we might as well go up to the 1st floor here via this staircase since it's open. So we are now on the middle level here. So we're going to try and get up to the first floor and do a little egg searching here, since we still have a sizable amount of our deck still to be played. So yeah, still just trying to shift over the pressure plates as best we can, and trying to gain information about the warden. I hear him blasting things, but I still have not gotten blindness. I found out later from Tango. He told me they were basically in a stairwell, which is why I didn't get too much blindness. So this was actually probably one of the easier level 3 runs that you'll see. But still, the wardens and the threat of the wardens, if they hear you, is pretty great. So I go over here. There's another treasure area over here, which we went to earlier, but it didn't have anything there. I go back there, see if there's any treasure, and we pick up just a burning dark key, which we have 3 of, by the way, so that gives me confidence for yeah, going to level 4 potentially in the near future. We did check right there. I don't know if you caught it, but we checked the treasure spot on the end of the, I call it like the dock that leads to the cave area. There was just a pumpkin there, which we already have 3 of, so there was no need for us to go there. Here we're back on the top floor now, so now eggs can be found. Again, this is where Tango revealed information that there is a Scar egg and a Cleo egg here somewhere on this floor that we're on. So we're going to be looking for those here. Again, our Bounding Strides card has not quite yet played, which is kind of unfortunate. Because if Bounding Strides were to have played by now, we would have gone for the egg. And then Bounding Strides hits. So at this point, I consider going back for Greg, but I don't think it's worthwhile. Instead, we're going to look for the Cleo and Scar eggs. Here it looks like this might be a way up somehow, but I don't think it actually is. There is like a little bit of like a gap there, but I don't think that you can get in there legitimately. Even with Bounding Strides. And there's our eerie silence, so our next card will be skipped, so the dungeon's going to go silent for a while. And so we're still looking here for an egg. We did find the Asuma egg crowns in this same area here. And looking around for the egg area, I don't really see a spot. We're looking for like a 1.5 to 2 block tall spot. I check back here, I check back here, and I just do not see it, unfortunately. They gotta be here somewhere, though. They gotta be here somewhere, so, yeah. Now, at this point, we've had Bounding Strides play. We have Bounding Strides at the moment. Again, still contemplating going back for the green egg, but by this time, I figured the wardens might have sort of wandered away from where they were previously. Again, still looking around for areas where a potential egg could be, and I just don't see them. I do hear that the wardens are somewhat nearby. And then we draw a stumble card, which sort of is a bit problematic because stumble cards reduce your clank block by 2, and although we have a lot of clank block, you can never really have enough clank block, to be honest. So I decide it's time to leave, so we start to run through the area. This is a treasure area over there, so I checked that. Didn't see anything there, mostly because of blindness. So now I'm thinking we need to leave. We only have about 10 cards or so left, and it's now time to leave for sure. We get a little bit of extra speed boost here, and we are gone from this level. We made a lot of noise there at the end, but that's fine. I think there's the potential to make a lot of noise at the end when you leave, because, yeah, the wardens, what are they going to do? Chase you to level 2? I mean, come on. So now we're back in level 2. We're chilling. We make kind of a bad jump here, and then sort of risk everything to get the dripstone there, but we make the jump regardless, so pretty good. Took a little damage, so luckily we have a few berries to help us out a little. We don't see the Ravager here. Again, we're looking for the Ravager. We know he has to be here somewhere. And if we listen here, we hear he's on the left. He's actually behind us now. You can hear his footsteps as we run away. And then he is, he's blocked off there, so he can't follow us into this area here. Now I decide to try to leave via the middle. We see a Ravager blocking our way, and now we're drawing more stumbles, generating a lot of clank. So we need to start heading toward the exit. Here we see the trap. And Tango said there was not any structural changes, but check this out. There is. We took a lot of damage there because there are now pointed dripstone at the bottom of this chain jump. However, it does look like it was slowed down slightly, but still a challenge because of those dripstone, I decide to leave the area and find another pathway up. I think, and I anticipate a lot of people in Phase 6 will be doing the same thing, because those dripstone, as you saw, even with diamond armor, did quite a lot of damage. So we have, again, need for more berries to keep on regenerating health, while still trying to make it out of the dungeon. And we're really hoping that this hazard, which we know was down when we got here, is still down. And yes, it is. So we can easily just go over this. And looks like some water hazard has come out as well. So we're going to go on this side, which makes it easier to get out. You get out a little quicker that way, then going the other way. Again, still drawing stumbles, so we're thinking get out with this win. Because, yeah, we don't have too many crowns. I think we have 4 crowns at this point. We do have an artifact with 38 plus 6. So we have 44 frost embers in the bag at this very moment, if we can get out. That being said, our heartbeat still is not too terribly high. So I go over here, check the area for some treasure. No treasure there. And no treasure would be there because, yeah, we haven't been on this level for a while. And treasure goes sort of down and back up with you as you go through the levels of the dungeon. So it makes sense there's no treasure there. But again, we have no clank block now. We also have no hazard block. You heard a hazard door close behind us. So hazard is closing up. And from now on, every clank we generate is going to raise our heartbeat, which is still kind of low, to be honest. But again, we only have a handful of cards left, and a lot of them are, as you heard there, stumbles. So I contemplate going for some more treasure here, but yeah, decided against it. This hazard door was still open, which means you don't have to deal with the Ravager that we pulled into this room. I still am a little cautious that the Ravager could have wandered somewhere, but it looks like it didn't. So we just straight up head on out and down to the end. And we've won. There we go. So that's it for this run. We toss in the pickaxe, of course, which we've had, I think, once before. And so basically, that means we get 44 frost embers and 4 crowns, which is not too bad. You know, it's not the greatest run in the world, not the worst run in the world. A little bit low on the treasure. Could have definitely seeked out a little bit more treasure. But for the first run of the phase, we will take it. And now we're going to jump back to live to see what cards and what things we get in the shop. Let's get the artifact first while things are popping. Okay, 2 pops, 3 pops. 1 over here. Come on. Ah, okay, okay. Got some decisions to make. All right, let's see what we got. We're going to first of all put in our crowns. We got 2 crowns plus 9 coins is 4 crowns in total. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so we already got Tread Lightly, so we're not buying that. Beast Sense, plus 1 clank. The next 3 cards played will cause all Ravagers to briefly glow. Interesting. Reckless Charge, plus 2 hazard. If you trigger a Shrieker within 8 seconds, plus 10 Frost Embers. Wow, plus 2 hazard, though. That's rough. And then Suit Up, which we already got. Okay. Well, we could go Beast Sense. But buying either one of these gives us more clank and more hazard. Plus 10 Frost Embers is a lot, but I don't think I want to buy it because the hazard is so tough. So I think we just go 5 tomes. I think this is an easy decision for us here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's 40, right? 40, yeah. I do want to see the prices on these. So these, okay, so this was 70. So that's been reduced by 4. Yeah, so these top-end cards have been reduced in price, it looks like. Interesting, okay. Huh. Alright. Good to know for future runs, but for now, 5 victory tomes, I think. Yep. That's the way to go. Alright. Sweet. And I think we're out now. Just make sure all these filter down. No more embers, so that's it. Sweet. Good run. Let's go down. Can we make it down here? Can we make it? No, we can't make it. Alright. Good run, though. I'm happy with that. First run, first win. All right, guys. So, as is tradition, the phase winner runs first in the dungeon, and we came out with TFC's pickaxe, which is fantastic. So we got a couple of tomes. We got 5 tomes, and we got 4 crowns, which is really nice. And yeah, we can now go ahead and put down our trophy, which I think we're gonna put. Where do we want to put this at? Can we put this here, maybe? Yeah, I think that's a good spot for the decked out phase 5 winner. Bada boom. There we go. And let's just trigger if invisible. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. Bam. There we go. So now we got the phase 4 winning trophy and the phase 5 winning trophy. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, that is 6 more points for us on the board. And yeah, we also got to put away our stuff here. So we now have 10 more crowns, which is enough for another run. We have our cheeky frozen shards from last phase, in addition to 9 phase runs this phase. So we have 1 already done, of course, but yeah, 8 more in there. So things are looking good. Things are looking good. And yeah, let's go check the board here. Oh, actually, you know what we need to do? Hang on, we need to actually get this book out, right? And then let's see. This one is the one we need to replace. So let's do unlock. There we go. We're going to take this, put the pickaxe here, and then we need to put this on the head. There we go. And make it invisible and lock it. Beautiful. There we go. So another valuable artifact on there. So basically, we try and get the artifacts into the museum first, and then here second. So all these we pulled out at least twice, I think. So that's really cool. Put this back in here. There we go. And yeah, we're going to put our tomes in here, along with our crowns. And let's go check the points. So, if we grab this, and we fly on over here. Yeah, so Phase 5 is now concluded. Here are the current standings. Ethos still in first. We, I believe, now have moved up to second, so that's great. We're at 2 full blocks plus 1. Ethos at 2 full blocks plus, like, 7, so we're still, like, a few behind. Then Scar is behind us, followed by Joe and Gem and Hypno, it looks like. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. Make sure and follow me on Twitch and on my second channel, Cub 2, if you want to see some more decked out runs. I may also show some of those runs here on the main channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.